Hi everyone and welcome to this week's Digital Marketing News. We've had a lot of news from Google Discover, Google Assistant, Microsoft and more. The Google app is used by over 800 million new people this month. This new Stories carousel will sit at the top of the user's discovery feed. It's currently only available in the US, India and Brazil, but they do have plans to expand it out into other countries. Web stories help you to discover the best visual content from around the web. It's easy to browse through different stories. The setup is very like the stories feature in Instagram, Snapchat and Facebook. You click a story to start, it then becomes a full screen and you can tap to move through the slides. You can also swipe to move around onto the next story. Unlike Instagram, this feature doesn't contain user-generated content. It's more like a news story that you would get on Snapchat, but unlike Snapchat, it's news from across the internet and not just select outlets. Twitter has been using an algorithm to appropriately crop images to show the best versions it can in its limited space. However, a few users started to notice errors with the algorithm. Tweets recently went viral which showed the bias in the algorithm. It was favouring white faces, characters and dogs over those with darker skin colours. In response to this, Twitter released a statement that started, "While our analysis to date hasn't shown a racial or gender bias, we recognise that the way we automatically crop images means there's potential for harm. Due to this, Twitter have said that users will soon be able to crop their own image previews and they'll have greater control over how photos appear in the main feed. There's no timeline for this update, but at least it's in the works to fix this error in their algorithm." Google is launching some new privacy features that includes a refreshed safety center in the US. They are also adding more prominent alerts for when your account may have been tampered with. One of the most intriguing features is the new guest mode for Google Assistant. Guest mode is a bit like using your Incognito in your browser. You'll turn guest mode on by saying, "Hey Google, turn on guest mode." This will stay on until you ask it to turn off. Guest mode won't offer personalised responses and won't save interactions to your account. This new feature will roll out in the coming weeks. During this announcement, Google mentioned that some of its privacy additions, including being able to delete Google Maps location history data, as well as presenting your privacy settings as if search queries such as "Is my Google account secure?" This new privacy feature should make users feel as though their data is being held more securely. Microsoft's Digital Marketing Center is now open beta for small businesses in the US. Microsoft started piloting this free platform in June. It was built to manage automated search and social campaigns across Google, Microsoft, Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. Now that it's in open beta, Microsoft had added some additional features. They've added on-site analytics, search term control and ad reviews. Analytics includes completion of conversion actions, visits to top priority pages, average time on site and pages visited, while the search term report will allow advertisers to pause irrelevant queries, while ad reviews only allow advertisers to see generated ads and make changes that they feel are necessary. This tool is aimed at simplifying ad management using automation, but Microsoft is clearly listening to user feedback by adding features that allow advertisers to have a little bit more control. Google is testing a new call history feature for Google My Business. This is designed to help businesses respond to missed calls from Google Search and Maps. It's currently only available as an opt-in service for a select group of businesses in the US. The history will include the time, date and phone number. This information will stay on the app for 45 days before being deleted. With call numbers increasing due to COVID-19, it is important that small businesses can return missed calls to help them through this difficult period. We hope you enjoyed this week's video and we'll sure see you next weekend for even more. Don't forget to get these updates straight to your inbox. Subscribe using the link in the description.